Hershey's, the largest producer of chocolate products in the United States, said last month it will raise prices of its products across the board due to the rising cost of ingredients. Meanwhile, chocolate makers say they're seeing cocoa prices rise in Ivory Coast, the world's biggest cocoa producer.
We've noticed the price of cocoa is going up these few years, especially organic cocoa. So from the beginning, if we can say from today that those last 5 years, we can say the price risen 20%.
Demand for chocolate in America increased during COVID-19. Cocoa producers in Ivory Coast are struggling to keep up with that demand. Experts say one reason is the impact of climate change. Harvard University says that by 2030, parts of West Africa will be too hot and dry to adequately produce cocoa. The West African countries of Ghana and Ivory Coast alone produce 70% of the global supply. Cocoa farmer Raphael Conan Kouassi says trees are yielding less due to rising temperatures and poor rains.
First, almost all of the young plants die in the high season. If you've not been able to get water to them, you have no cocoa. Secondly, this has reduced the production of cocoa for those of us who farm it. Thirdly, the heat is so strong that also reduces production.
Kouassi receives government assistance in the form of cocoa trees, which are more resilient to the fluctuations of climate change, but says government distributions happen at the wrong time of year for the saplings to survive. The Consortium of International Agricultural Research Centres, a global scientific organisation, says getting information about how the climate is changing can help inform farmers on how to better nurture their crops.
And what we're seeing is that the onset of both dry and wet season can change. It's less reliable. During the season, there may be breaks in terms of, so there may be rain during the dry season, or there's a dry spell during the wet season, and the overall distribution amounts of rainfall they're receiving may change.
But it says the data finds it may be better for farmers to get out of cocoa and diversify into other crops. One supplier of cocoa products in Ivory Coast, who supplies Hershey's, says higher prices for cocoa could be welcomed by farmers, however.
And my opinion is that these farmers should have better price, should earn more because they work hard, most are poor.
Her wish appears to be coming true. As climate change continues to bite, prices continue to surge. Henry Wilkins for VOA News, Adzope, Ivory Coast.